Social media is an amazing tool, but it comes at a price. Everyone uses it, everyone looks at the weather, and some out there without a meteorological degree like to make their own forecast. They try to be the first one to issue those forecasts to hype up storms and to cause panic. Do not believe any exact forecast beyond 1 week out. There is no way of knowing the exact track, path, or strength at this point. By 5 days out, the National Hurricane Center will begin putting out their own forecast. For us, we are still watching for model trends, looking at the most likely or least likely outcome. 2 to 3 days out, we are breaking down the timing and impacts, but still realizing we'll have to fine-tune those exact details. Small wobbles in the storm's track can drastically change impacts from 1 minute to the next. Then we get to 1 day out. This is when we're giving you those exact impact details. When a tropical system threatens land, the National Hurricane Center releases updates every 3 hours. This can easily lead to a backup of old information on your social media feeds. So how do you know you are looking at the most up-to-date information? Well, for starters, check the timestamp of the post. Don't assume a post is up-to-date because it's closest to the top of your feed. If over the course of hurricane season you find your social media timeline bogged down with update after update and it's hard to find answers, you could easily go to these websites. The National Hurricane Center, those guys release every update, track, watch, and warning, and NOAA's NowCoast website. There you will find real-time data combined with the NHC's storm information.
My first real experience was Hurricane Floyd in 1999, and I had to leave Tybee with my family's 4 cats, 2 dogs, and a bird.
Thankfully, Lisa Scarborough and her pets all made it out safely, mainly because they had an evacuation plan which included a place that they could go to ride out the storm.
You cannot rely on anybody else to be responsible for your animals in the case of a hurricane evacuation. Your sheltering options are going to be limited, and especially if you have an animal that has some special needs, there's going to be fewer places for you to choose.
Lisa is also the director and founder of Coastal Pet Rescue in Savannah.
And if you don't have a plan in place for yourself, there's no guarantee there's going to be an option for your pet when the order's finally given and you're finally leaving.
Lisa says the earlier you find a place to go for you and your pets, the better. Start calling hotels and shelters now to see which ones allow your fur babies. Waiting until the last minute can get very stressful.
The biggest issue is if you didn't plan to take them with you and people have left them behind thinking and hoping for the best, and that's not a viable option. It's cruel and inhumane to do that with the animals.
So the best option, according to Lisa, is to take your pet with you, which means you're going to need an evacuation kit. I've already started one for Porky, and according to the ASPCA, you're going to need enough food and water to last 7 to 10 days. Of course, bowls and leashes, their favorite snuggly items like a blanket and toys to keep them comfortable during the storm, updated vaccination records, medications to last a month, a first aid kit, and if you have cats, these aluminum roaster pans are great for kitty litter. And if you're thinking about sedating or tranquilizing your pet during a storm, Lisa says be sure to talk to your vet first.
We do crate training with all of our animals so that when they go off to foster homes, they go off to adopters, they're already familiar with having to be in a crate, because should they have to evacuate, if you're going to a shelter or they're going to go to boarding, they're going to be in a similar circumstance. It's going to reduce their anxiety and therefore reduce their needs for meds.
Now, if your pet does get lost in the storm, Lisa says the fastest way to get them back is by having them microchipped and having a collar with your most recent contact information.
Many people are doing collars now that have the phone numbers either embroidered or written on the collar, so not just the tag. And that just is another way to help keep the pets reunited.
The bottom line, a little preparation now could keep our fur babies, who give us so much comfort and unconditional love all year long, safe when they really need us.
Stay tuned, there's more Storm Watch coming up after this.